friend.
I've been good, and I'm always just, it just fills me with so much pride and joy when you have something come out and it's a hit. I mean, I don't know whether it's money or work or stand-up or advice. I just appreciate that you always answer my calls.
Absolutely.
I don't know why more comics are not like that.
Thank you. Now, before I respond to that, the first thing I want to thank you for, Sherri, is paying for my breakfast all last week. It was delicious, and it was the most amazing free food. I didn't even know you were just paying for food like that. But yeah, as a comedian, you want to be able to help one another, because this job is a very isolating job. You don't really have regular coworkers.
Right.
The thing about Sherri, though, that y'all didn't know about Sherri, Sherri called you at 3 in the morning like it's 3 in the afternoon. And you answer because it's Sherri and you know it's gonna be business, but I'm trying and you don't know if I got somebody naked next to me.
I don't think.
Who this saved in your phone as Sherri Shepherd? It's Sherri Shepherd. Ain't no Sherri Shepherd. And I answer for real. See, I told you it was Sherri Shepherd.
Oh, gosh, Ru. I just appreciate you. I just appreciate you answering and helping me out.
I'm honored you think that I can help.
You absolutely do. So when I see things like, I watch Lonely Flowers, it is absolutely, y'all gotta see it. I think it's some of your best work. And it's getting amazing reviews. Like, everybody is agreeing that this special is all about connection, which we need.
Yeah.
It's all about connection, but it's even about connection even at a sex party. Like, I need to know.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't go to it.
Yeah, so what happened? Who you hanging with?
Listen, I know a lot of adults. No, but like the idea that it is easier to be alone. You can have everything sent to your house. You don't even have to go to the grocery store. When you do go to the grocery store, there's no cashier. So the idea of even joining a book club, whether it's book club or the church group or the intramural flag football, fantasy football, or a sex party, seek connection with people who think the way that you think, because that's what we have to do. And I just think that society and social media has made being alone so convenient that we're too lazy to actively be what we normally are, which is a connected group of individuals.
Absolutely. And I mean, just for the record, like, how did you get involved with the sex worker?
I did a podcast, and this is not, and I'm not even making this up. This is King Noir and his wife, Jet Set and Jasmine.
All right.
I interviewed them for The Daily Show on a segment about discrimination in the adult industry.
Right.
And we just started kicking it, and then one day they sent me an email, hey, if you ain't doing nothing. And then I replied, I am doing something. But you know, those are my folks, man. I got nothing but love for them.
I love it.
I'm not ready for that. I ain't even done a threesome yet. It's baby steps.
Okay.
You can't do a whole party. You got to hydrate. That's a lot.
Get the connection first. That's what you gotta do. Roy, you come from like these very humble beginnings, and now you're this superstar. I love it, because you worked at Golden Corral, and the Golden Corral buffet when you started doing stand-up. So, like, how much material did you get from the people you worked for?
I think every person in this country, if you don't serve in the military, you should work food service or a call center. And it is the simplest way to meet every type of American. And Golden Corral, like,
everybody.
As a server, you meet a table full of black folks, you meet a table full of white folks, young people, old people, and you just start, that's really where a lot of my stand-up, like trying out bits, it started with them. And that's kind of where, once I got older and I kind of had an ability to, how can I say something that an 8-year-old and an 80-year-old can get? It started at work. If I get one joke that work at 9 in the morning, I'm doing that joke the whole shift for every table, and I'm getting a tip. But the one joke could get you 40% extra tippage.
That's it. Because you always like a server who's got a great sense of humor and who's personable.
And what do you get now? You get a server who's in a rush, they're understaffed, they're racing from table to table. They ain't got time for the chit-chat no more. Remember the server used to tell you what not to eat on the menu?
Exactly, yes.
He'd be like, hey, let me get the catfish. And what you want from here? You either want the burger or the Cobb salad. Them is the two at this establishment. Keith ain't here tonight. If Keith was here, you'd get the catfish, man.
He not working back there.
Jerry back there. You don't want Jerry's catfish.
So you went from the Golden Corral buffet
Yeah.
and in between there was a journey, and then you were at the Daily Show, and you stepped out, and after 8 years, you left the Daily Show. What do you remember most about the final moments of being on that show?
Well, I quit. I put in my resignation it was the last week of the writer's strike.
Yeah.
And so there wasn't a lot of motion in the building, so it wasn't like you got to like say goodbye to everybody.
Right.
You know, I see you when I see you, and I've seen them, and it's all love. But I chose, before the show came back into production, to just go clean my office out while the building was empty. And I took my son.
You brought your son with you?
Yeah, I
You
took
brought
Henry with me. I think I remember going to the radio station with my father and associating what he did for a living. I just wanted to make sure my son, who's seen me at that show, I wanted him to see me cleaning out my office to understand that none of this is permanent and that you have to continue to grow. And so it may not be something he puts together now, but later on, remember when I did the thing? Yeah. And then remember when I stopped doing the thing? Yeah. Well, that's how life works, and you have to just continue growing. So
I love.
and then I stole a bunch of stuff from the fridge.
And that's what you showed.
They got good snacks at the Daily Show. Let me tell you something.
I love that you brought Henry, because I know when I was let go from The View, my last day, I brought Jeffrey with me. And I let him know, Jeffrey, we gonna be broke for a while. That's what I need you to get it. We gonna be going through it. But you left and you weren't out of work long. You now have a hit show. It's Have I Got News for You on CNN. Where you have comedy and politics.
We back.
You back, and I love it because you're blending both the comedy and the politics, and season 2 is starting.
Yeah.
It starts next month.
Yeah, we start the day after Valentine's Day, Saturdays, and then we stream. But to me, that show is beautiful because it's just a fake quiz show about the current events of the week. So it is a simple, condensed way to get what happened in the past week and get a couple of jokes about it. And myself, Amber Ruffin, Michael Ian Black, we lead the conversation. We have on a couple of guests from, varying political POVs. Yeah. And we just have a couple of real conversations. But our show is mainly about the jokes. And that's what I love because it gives me an opportunity to breathe a little bit because, the burden that the John Olivers and the Daily Shows have is that they really have to bore down to the truth. And you have to mine through some terrible stuff to get there. And I'm just happy that after 8 years of doing what I did over there, that I have an opportunity to just inform and not necessarily try to problem solve. I know that sounds irresponsible to say, but I need my sanity.
Yeah, you need your sanity, absolutely. Absolutely, and so do the other people that you're serving who are getting it. They need it as well. So I know the last time you were here, you told us that your mama texts you notes when she sees you on TV. So do your other family members text you too?
My uncle, like my mom will text me and it's about like legitimate, hey, you were on CNN, I saw you there with Carrie Champion and Abby Phillip. Carrie Champion was sounding eloquent. Why don't you sound more eloquent? Which is a fair critique. Right. My Uncle Derek, who I love dearly, he's a fan of yours. Actually, he's too much of a fan. He won't know if you're single, but that's separate conversation.
Uncle Derek!
My Uncle Derek texted me just out the blue one day, quote, hey, do you have a hookup with Babyface? I got some tickets for March 7th. I was trying to get backstage. What makes you think I know Babyface?
I know.
Just out the blue, hey, give us a Babyface take. Do you have a critique? Congratulations on the hour special?
Nothing.
Nothing. And I tell him, I go, look, man, I work for CNN. The best I can do is a CNN shirt signed by Wolf Blitzer. To which he replies, I would love a Stephen A. Smith signed shirt. Stephen A. Smith don't work at CNN. What are you talking about?
I know, Roy.
I love him to death, but yeah, I gotta block my family.
I do too. Mine is always going, can we get 9 tickets to Beyonce's show? Can we get 12 tickets to Janet Jackson? I'm on Ticketmaster trying to see if my credit card will go through for my family.
So with that being said, Babyface, my Uncle Derek will be coming to the Horseshoe Casino show in March. Please let him come backstage and say hey.
What should he say? Should he say your name? Whose name should he mention?
Just say the code word is Roy. He's coming to you. You already got the tickets, Babyface. We don't need the tickets.
Oh, gosh.
Uncle Derek just want to come backstage.
Tell Babyface, say it's the Golden Corral. That'll get him in.
We're gonna